Welcome back to the One Collection channel. Today, it's a special day. Dragons of Tarkir. We're going back in time. Tarkir Dragonstorm is one of my favorite sets. I've gone through my collection. I want to show you guys some of the cards I pulled, because I want to try to make comparisons as we go back in time. First with this, and then next time with Fates Reforged. Finally ending, I think it's called Cons of Tarkir, but I don't have the box yet. I just wanted to immerse myself fully in this set. So you see we've got cards of dragons, which are to be expected. I picked Alicia's Legacy to showcase because I know that there is I think she's a legendary, but a multicolor of Alicia, so I wonder if she is an important part of the set. And then I showcased pretty much all the dragons I yanked out of here. Feral Deathgorger, Encroaching Dragonstorm. Now, this is interesting. I just pulled this because there was a name. However, when I was looking up the prices to see what was the most expensive card I could pull, it is Sarkhan Unbroken for $20. So I'm sure there's some names I missed, but that is something maybe we might see in the older sets. And then more dragons. Dragon Forecaster, Island Dragon, Whirling Dragon. Bellringer is something that I picked out because there's a card called Zurgo, and he is a commander, one of my favorite cards in both my arena deck and in my in real life deck. He is my commander. So I just noticed this is the new Bellringer. I doubt, it's also a Djinn. I doubt that we'll see this Djinn monk in previous sets, but I don't know. I feel like she took the place probably of Zurgo. We've got more dragons. I literally picked out every dragon. Look how cool they are. Come on. Dragon, dragon, dragon. Dragon! Dragon, fire breathing dragon. Okay, there's cats. Interesting because I have a dragon and a cat set. Whenever I pull a holographic or alternate art or borderless, whatever they call them in Magic Showcase, I'm going to put it in my own private collection, so I just wanted to make a note of that. Djinn, I had pulled separately from that other card because I noticed that these were kind of a neat creature I'm hoping we see more of as well. Back to the dragons. I mean, like, you can't beat this stuff. More Dragon Storm. I'm not sure that we'll see the actual storm in the next set, or really the previous set, the next one I'm going to open. And then we have what makes Tarkir, I think, special, or at least focused on multiple colored creatures and multicolored decks, like tricolor decks and things. But we have orcs, we have humans, we've got monks, we've got demons. I did notice we've got lots of different beasts, and we've got things like zombies and goblins as well. A bird scout, although I didn't really see many more birds, but there were some, I think, of these multicolor that were. More humans. This, I thought, for the same reason, it's Raksha's Bargain, and I'm like, who's Raksha? Rakshasa. So maybe we'll see Rakshasa? I don't really know. We've got a zombie, and the rest of these, I think, are all dragons. All worth a look. They're all so cool. Sonic Shrieker, Armament Dragon, Gold Keeper, Dragonclaw Strike, Dragon Hunt, and Armament Dragon. So that's a little bit of a summary of Tarkir, or at least the Tarkir that I've explored, and I have a lot of cards that I pulled for my own collection, so a lot wasn't in here. Now this box has seen better days. I'm not really always fond of that, but you know what, as long as the packs are good inside. Now this was relatively expensive, but I'm not sure what my journey with Magic will be, if it will be as permanent as something like Pokemon as far as collectability for me personally. Oh wow, okay, we've got like I guess a brochure. Kind of cool. I would have liked a, what do they call it, a box topper, but that's interesting. Then we've got packs. These appear to be in pretty good shape. So I do want to do something for my own collection. Man, I can't believe it's like a blast from the past. I'm definitely keeping this box for myself. Sorry, my cat is taking up space. It is July 4th, the time of recording here, and there are fireworks going off. And he is a scaredy cat. So he's taking him. I'm not going to kick him away because he's just comfortable being near me. So, Tarkir, Dragons of Tarkir. I'm going to save one of every art for my own personal collection to one day showcase. Oh, snap. Is that feasible? How many arts can there be? That might be at 5. Let's see. Going through here. Do I have this man yet? I do. I'm going to go through one more stack, and then I'll be confident. It looks like 5 different artworks. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save these 5 artworks to one day display in a cabinet to show off. I'm going to save 6. So I'm going to take from the pile we haven't messed with 6, so I can do a draft with my friend. Because I found that drafting with friends in real life is my favorite way to play. Which means the rest of these... Now, I may try to save some for speculation, but really, the rest of these are for us. Let's go on this adventure and see what's up. Wow. A weird moment. I've waited a long time for this. I've been staring at this box. I don't know if it's going to be what I imagined it's going to be. But it will be some magic, so let's get into it. Well, right off the bat, we've got dragon cards. So we've got Dragon Fodder, Glaring Aegis, Marsh Hulk. Look at this 4/6 card. Megamorph? You may cast this card face down as a 2/2 creature for 3 mana. Turn it face up anytime for its Megamorph cost. And put a +1/+1 counter on it. Now vengeance is his sole purpose. So wait a second. So if I want to start with just 3 mana, I can use him as a 2/2 creature. And then it's even more expensive if I do it that way. Whereas I could just start him off. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe with another card that helps that one out. We've got humans. We've got wizards, a Naga wizard, which I'm assuming this is a Naga, this kind of serpent creature. Beasts, you know, things we expected. A dragon card, a sorcery. Ancestral statue, a golem. This is neat. I love this like world that has been created with Tarkir. I just find it really neat. A human wizard. Ujutai's breath, and it's a dragon with an icy breath. That's really cool as opposed to the fire. I like that concept. And then a cat demon. We're getting into the uncommon card here. I'm like chomping at the bit. We've got a dragon on an uncommon, a creature bird warrior, and a legendary creature, Anafenza Kintree Spirit. Oh wait, we got one more. It's a land. What is this? What magic with this? Okay, wait. Is this just lore? Magic Origins launches July 17th, so it's telling you... I don't mind this that much. It's telling you about the next set, which is kind of cool, you know, so you don't have to rely on the internet particularly. And then it says, Narset is a warrior monk of the Ujatai clan. In an alternate timeline, she would have been a Khan, but in this timeline, her latent spark ignited and she became a planeswalker. Now she seeks to unravel the mysteries of the past and understand the nature of the multiverse. The mountain is the least exciting, although I do need mountains for draft. I mean, lands for draft. So let's see, whenever another, it's a 2/2, 2-mana creature, which is kind of quick to pop out here. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, bolster 1, which means choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control, and put a 1/1 counter on it. That's really cool. So she makes everybody stronger. I wonder... I guess that would affect her as well, correct? Choose a creature, so... Yeah, so she'll even get stronger. She is just a warrior. to have on the battlefield to make your whole army better. So I'm gonna tell you what, with what we've seen so far, this was a good choice. I'm into this. I'm into this Dragons of Tarkir. I mean, it should have been a no-brainer, but you never know what you're actually gonna get in the set until you see it. You got a human warrior, another human warrior. So this is, again, this is also relatable. I don't know if you guys were aware, you've only seen my hands, but I, too, am a human warrior. So, I know that might be a shocker to some of you. I may just sound like a voice, you know, the faceless YouTube channel, but I assure you, I am a you. Oh, look at this thing. A Kirin? I wonder what meaning Kirin has. I'm sure that's from another language or mythos. You know what I mean? Like, this has got to be some lore of another country added into the game. Flying, Vigilance, 3 mana, Megamorph. Megamorph is a thing in this, so this was a transforming set. Ogres were in Tarkir. Explosive Vegetation. I like this, a 1/1 for 2 mana. Whenever a creature enters your battlefield under your control, you may attach Storm Rider Rig to it. Oh, so you can move it to equip something if it's just entering? I really like that card. Ooh, an instant, Dromoko's Command. It says, prevent all damage target instant or sorcery spell would deal this turn. Target players... I'm trying to think, would that work? I don't think that would prevent something from being destroyed if it just said destroyed. Target player sacrifices an enchantment. Put a 1/1 counter on a creature. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. All cool things for 2 mana. This would be a great addition to a deck. Oh, we've got a holographic dragon. An uncommon. This is definitely going in my personal collection. Ruthless Deathfang. A flying creature, 6 mana, 4/4. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, target opponent sacrifices a creature. That is, look at the bones. Look at the bones of dragons underneath him. You can see this bottom right has the skull of a dragon, so you know what's up. Bring forth the dead. Their skull grins and rattle bones. We will feast upon their wailing ghosts. Wow, that is wild. I am going to start setting this guy in the back here. Oh, and then a plains. And a goblin. Look how cute this little goblin is. He's a little furry yeti kind of goblin. That is neat. That's neat. I am more down with the adverts for more cards that are, like, informative, rather than the ones we have nowadays that are like, go online, go online, go online. Please go online. It's like, bro, I have the card, so I don't have to go online. That's why I made this purse, you know? So I don't mean to be... Let's cure us of those vibes. Let's get the good vibes back in here. We've got a Djinn. We do have a Djinn. It's this little guy with the horns coming off of him. So these guys are apparently been in the Tarkir line for a long time. Sarkhan, look, I knew we'd see this guy again, and I did mean to put all these things aside. I'll go back. I'm going to put in my personal binder, kind of like these cards on their journey as they evolve. Vial of Dragonfire. Didn't know you could kind of bottle that, but I bet a shot of that would be wild. Butcher's Glee. Glint. This is a cool kind of card. I think that's a cat. It's got a tail, and it's producing gems out of his hand. This is every kid's dream to have this power. And by kid, I mean that's my dream, is to have that power. Pacifism, this big dude's just like, do it, bro. Do it. Absolutely do it. Press the advantage. Bell Toll Dragon. Tapestry of the Ages. Draw a card. Activate this ability only if you cast a non-creature spell. I feel like this is too expensive for what it does. Ooh, and we've got a mythic dragon. I will also be keeping this for my collection. I have, I think, 3 or 4 spaces left of... I need mythic dragons. So this is a hot and spicy pull. It's not something I would consider for the collection because it's not holographic, the one collection here. So this is a perfect pull for me. I'm so happy. Legendary creature, an Elder Dragon. Other creatures you control have haste. Sick. Whenever an opponent casts a creature or planeswalker spell with the same name as a card in his or her graveyard, player loses 10 life. Wow. That's great in Standard. Like, it breaks decks, or it punishes them heavily. This is a crazy card. I would love to make a deck with this card. And then we got the Swamp. And then let's read this. See, look, we can even... I'm into Magic. Man, what you did with Dragons of Tarkir, I love it, man. From the adverts, and you never hear that shit from me. The Planeswalker Sarkhan, so both of these have been Planeswalkers. Maybe that's what they're telling people about. The Planeswalker Sarkhan Vol has returned from Tarkir's past, where he saved Ugin. Wow. The Spirit Dragon, and God, that makes me feel like I should be a fan of him. And reforged the plane's fate. Now Tarkir is dominated not by Khans, but by Dragon Lords. As far as Sarkhan is concerned, this is a decidedly better world than the one he left. Okay, so we have the Lords of the Dragons. I like it. We got a hashtag in there. That's how you know you're old. I feel like this is an old set, but with hashtags, I don't know. Now, this just kind of broke on its own. I'm not sure how to feel about that. But I guess it's just old, maybe? I don't know, or maybe the way it was stored. It's almost like this pack is, like, transparent. Like, I don't know. I assume that... Look, you can even see all the way through it. It's interesting. I'll have to go through... I have a store that sells this kind of stuff near me. And by that I mean, like, every Magic pack available. I'll go look and see the different, like, packaging on all the Magic packs. It's interesting. I wonder if it was done to, like, save the planet type deal. Like, less biodegradable or something like that. Alright, I'm just cruising through here. I'm getting excited. I pulled that dragon. I have a holographic dragon. I'm kind of like... this is my set, baby. So I want to see what I get. I'm going a little too fast, because then I wondered what exactly... This is interesting. It morphs, but like for one turn into a 4/4. I'm gonna go run through what we just pulled in. Let's see, I'm looking for names. Ujatai. I kind of think that either we already pulled an Ujatai or that was in some of the cards we got before. It's okay, Rob. It's okay. They're just fireworks. You do this every year. Every year. Rocky, they're big dragons, and when I leave tomorrow, I will slay them all. I do every year. Yeah, I like that story better. Alright, Center Soul. Carsey Sadist. Sabertooth Outrider. Hound Scout. Negate! Glint, we like. Artful Maneuver. Revealing Wind. Vandalize. Fate Forgotten. Sarkhan's Triumph. Sarkhan guy is really a popular guy. Deathwind. Here's another mythic. Shaman of Forgotten Ways. Tap to add 2 mana in any combination of colors to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells. I mean, still highly useful. This is only a 3 mana card, and he's 2/3. He comes with Formidable. And 11 mana in tap. Each player's life total becomes the number of creatures he or she controls. What? Wait. Activate this ability only if the creatures you control have a total power of 8 or greater. Yo, dude, this is crazy. I would love to make a deck where the win condition was getting this card out with 8 creatures and destroying the board with a spell and then tapping. I guess 11 mana is excessive, but I think green decks often have the ability to get lands out of their deck a little faster. So this is just a crazy card. If I had a green deck, I'd probably put it in there. And then we've got another cute goblin and a land. I don't know how to organize these. I'm going to have to do that later as we go through. I'm already, honestly, complete W with these 2 cards in the back. Like, I don't know. I was like, what if I open this and I don't get a card for a binder? I don't get a card for my collection. I don't get a card that anyone likes on the internet. Everybody just hates it. It's just like, I'm happy. All of that, those are feelings I didn't have to have because we're killing it. Dude, I mean, a Planeswalker would be cool. I don't really know what pull rates are for any of this stuff. I'm not I'm not too crazy about it. The only reason I looked up the value of that 1 card, look at this, Encase in Ice. It's just I'm looking at this dragon and thinking of the, events that led this dragon to be frozen. Enchant red or green creature so this is specifically, I guess, if you have multiple colors. When Encase in Ice enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature, or I guess I'm putting it if I'm playing against a red or green deck too. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untapped step. Oh wow, it's basically taking a creature out of combat. Gargoyle, that's kind of a neat kind of card. I'm not really as big of a fan as taking things out of combat, Another mythic, we're killing it. Shore Crusher Elemental. A 3/3, 3 mana, exile, and then return it to the battlefield under its control. I'm not sure why I would do that. Maybe, I don't know. Shore Crusher elements get +1/-1 or -1/+1 until the end of turn. And then Megamorph. I don't know. I feel a little underwhelmed with that. Ooh, and a holographic. Crater Elemental. This is getting crater and crater as we go. Sacrifice Crater Elemental, and it deals 4 damage to target creature. I love this, dude. It's an 0/6, so it's defense for 3 mana, and then you can use it as a spell. That is, like, just got red deck all over it. I wonder what the star is in the corner. Does that mean it's like an alternate art, or just that it's holographic or special? That confuses me. I'm sure I've learned this before. I know with like Dragon Ball cards and things like that, that star indicates it's an alternate art. But the Mythics don't have this star, nor do my Dragons. Oh, you know what? It's just holo. That's just magic symbol for holographic. So I'm into that. Let's put him on top too. I'll kind of organize all those later. I'm not, worried about doing it in a rush. Depending on what we pull, like if we get one for the 1 collection, I might be stingy and save all of these. And then maybe come back if I need like a card to complete the story. You know what I mean? If I have like the Khan evolving over the years, and there's one more common card that's the Khan that would go in the binder to tell like Sarkhan's story, I might like open more. Or I might just get too excited and open all of these. I mean, let's be real. Enduring Scale Lord. Another dragon, an uncommon. My cat is just struggling to stay on the corner of this desk because he's terrified of these fireworks. But we're going to let him keep moving his butt closer to my elbow. It's fine. He's sitting on all the ripped open packs. Sorry, 4/4. Whenever 1/1s are placed on other creatures, he gets stronger too. That's pretty cool. Pretty dang cool. This is a Hound Shaman. I thought it was a cat. So let's put him in the doghouse. Alright, forget that card. Foul Renewal. An instant, return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Target creature gets +XX, where X is the toughness of the card returned. Oh, it gets minus. Wait. Oh, target creature. So I can... Wait, I'm so confused. Doesn't this do nothing? Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It gets XX till the end of turn. So basically it prevents you from putting it in play. Is that what I'm gathering? So maybe unless you had a way to add a plus to it. New to Magic? I mean, kinda. Like, not really, but kinda, sorta. You know what I mean? Like, I've done some Magic. I've gathered. Yeah, I've done some things. Alright, we've got a bird. One of these little djinns. Combat. An elemental creature? This looks like some sort of orc, maybe? Spewing black foulness from its mouth. A beard, a monk. So everything we expected to see, I feel like we are seeing in this set, which is great. We've got Savage Vetmaw. What the heck is this? 4/4, 6 mana to play. Flying. Whenever he attacks, add 6 mana to your pool. Until the end of turn, this mana doesn't empty from your mana pool as steps and phases end. What? Like, it's just add 6 mana? This is a god tier card, is it not? I don't know, this is a pretty strong card. Sometimes I see, like, Final Fantasy cards, and I'm just like, these are just insane. Ire Shaman. I just have a feeling... Is this a... I think this might be a female, judging by the chest on this thing. But I have a feeling we might see other shamans, or this shaman, either in Tarkir that I haven't noticed, or in the past. We got a holographic Spider's Net. We'll stack this on our other hollows. And a zombie token. Like it. Well, I'm not satisfied yet with opening packs, I'll tell you that much. But if I got a hit for the one collection, I would probably stop and then save maybe these for another video on a rainy day. Dragon Fodder. I'm trying to see, that looks like it's one of the goblins, the little Yeti-like goblins. Glaring Aegis, Marsh Hulk, Loose Calm, Berserker, Gurmag. Gurmag was, I think, something in the cards I showed you, and I was like, what's a Gurmag? Because I think it said Gurmag Watch, might have been one, so that's a card that I hadn't noticed until just now, is a continuation. Vulturous Aven, a Cat Demon, that's kind of scary. I like that card. Human Wizard, Tapestry of the Aegis, we've seen that. Hardbringer of the Hunt. Alright, good cards. Good cards. I mean, what do we want for the one collection hit? I mean, a holographic dragon, maybe. It really, I feel like it's gotta be pretty hot. Like, you know what I mean? It's gotta be a pretty spicy card. Let's rush through here a little better. Now I'm getting the itch. We gotta stop here. Scion of Ugin. So Ugin's the, like, big bad. For hundreds of years, Ugin slept, encased in the cocoon of stone and magic Sarkhan had created using a shard of the Zendikari Hedron. As Ugin lay dormant, his spectral guardians kept vigil. So these were like little spirits that were just guarding him. That is sick lore. And it's a 6 mana flying 4/4. It's just a simple old card. It's just a protector of your battlefield. Kolaghan Forerunners. Silk Wrap. Oh, baby. Another Mythic Dragon. We're killing it. 6 mana. Nope, 5 mana, can't count. 5/4, pretty strong. I guess it's weaker than our other dragon back there. It has flying, hexproof. Jeez. Whenever Dragon Lord... That hexproof is insane. I take it all back about what I said about the other one. When it deals combat to the damage to the player, look at the top 3 cards, put one of them into your hand, and the rest into the bottom of your library. W pull. Oh my god, this is such a... Dude, I gotta stop because I feel like I want to put this in the one collection channel. I'm not. I just refuse. It's a common. But I don't know why. You know what I think it is? I think everything else is battle, dragons. Oh my god! There's a dragon in the background. I was gonna say, in comparison to everything else, this is just so, like, happy and bright. You know, you've got plants and life and humans. But then you have the dragon in the back. Let's read it. Enchant a land. Enchanted land has tap, add 2 mana of one color to your mana pool. So it enhances a land, which is kind of weird for a 3 mana spend. We'll put this up at the top. I do feel a certain way about that card, and I don't really know why. Just like some weird impression I have of it. You know, what if that was like some crazy feeling, and like this artist was somebody I was gonna meet in real life, and that's why the one collection is calling me to put it in my collection. I don't know. I guess that is some fantasy shit right there. Got more beasts. I still like this glint card. All those fancy gems. Tarkir Efreet. Another shaman with Megamorph. 5/1 is pretty crazy. Target creature gets -4/-4. It's a sick... there's a lot of black cards that do that kind of stuff. The bird monks are like, I don't know. Here's Acid Spewer Dragon. 6 mana, flying, and death touch. There you go. Let's go, Swamp Deck. It's got Megamorph, so you can cast it for 3, but I guess it wouldn't have death touch. When his turn face up, put a 1/1 counter on each other dragon. Oh, so you can use this as a combo to help your deck. That's interesting. I don't know how often black is beneficial to its partners like that. 3 mana, 2 to spend, exile 1 or more creature from your graveyard, put an XX black zombie horror creature token onto the battlefield, where X is twice the number of cards exiled this way. Okay, this is insane. This is insane late game. Dude, black deck is just killing it, man. Black, white, and red are just my favorite. We got this idol, which I also like. This one's holographic, so a win-win. Like, any moment, I feel like I could stop ripping pack. I was literally, when we pulled these 2 dragons, the first 2 back there, I was pretty much like, I'm satisfied. But then as this stack is next to me, I am just like, as soon as we're done with 1, I'm like, well, I mean, what's the harm in 1 more, you know? Orc Berserker, Human Warrior. What a scary situation to be in with that. Come on. Wandering Tomb Shell, Volcanic Rush, Dragon Scarred Bear. 3 mana, 3/2, formidable. Regenerate. I wonder if that... I'm not sure what that means. I think it was on a card. See, this doesn't look as impressive when it's not holographic. Like, I'm so over this. Yeah, I wonder if I'd pulled that before and skipped right over it. What makes this special? Sacrifice and search. Okay, so it just helps you find a color you need. That's kind of cool. I feel like there are better lands. Here's a dragon, I think. Have we seen this? I know we saw a white-blue 6 mana card. I think we've gone over this, but I like the card. Scale Guard Sentinels. Scale Blessing. These are like themed together. It's kind of funny. Ooh, another dragon. This dude's a hefty boy. And he's 6/6, 7 mana, flying. When he dies, you may put the top or bottom of its owner's library. Oh, you may put it on the top or bottom. So when it dies, I can just get him back. It's like, when you knock him down, he just takes a little nap. And he comes right on back. I like it. I like that card. Yeah, dude. I don't know if the what is it? The other one I'm trying to look on my box over to my right. Fate Reforged, I think is gonna probably be less dragons. So we'll have to be okay with that. But I'm really happy with this. I went and got the promo poster from a store nearby. I paid good money for it, which I feel like people get them for free, but that's okay. That wasn't my opportunity in life. But I did have the opportunity to hang it on my wall, and I seized that opportunity. So, dragons will forever be burned in my collection here. I hope they keep doing dragons, you know? Like, does Final Fantasy or, like, Spider-Man, any of those have dragons? Like, it would be cool if they did. I'm not gonna lie. I might even buy a couple packs, see if I can get one. Deathbringer Regent. When Deathbringer Regent enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand and there are 5 or more creatures, destroy all other creatures. Well, I guess that's why he's the Deathbringer. It's like, that kind of destruction had me in shock for a second. Sarkhan Vol traveled to Tarkir's past and saved the dragon planeswalker Ugin from death at the hands of fellow dragon planeswalker Nico Bolas. Centuries later, Ugin has awoken, ready to return to the multiverse and continue his mysterious work. Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna maybe save 6 more of these, because I'm feeling pretty happy, I guess. I'm really happy with this opening. And I might save more to draft, I guess is what I'm saying, because I feel like stopping now. Let's see, maybe we'll get another hit. Maybe we'll open them all. I'm so sorry if you feel like I'm being wishy-washy, but I'm just I'm not planning my videos anymore. I'm just like doing my hobby as I would do them and hoping that comes across right. You know? Man, all the dragon cards are so cool. I should have just a... Oh, look at... Alright, we'll get to that. Meringue River Skeleton. Regenerate Meringue River... I can't... Fuck this skeleton. Sarkhan Unbroken. There he is. There he friggin' is. I bet you this is not something guaranteed that you're just gonna pull. Let's get rid of the forest and a dragon token, and let's check out Sarkhan. Draw a card, then add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Put a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying on the battlefield. Search your library for any number of dragon creature cards. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. It's like I'm saying these words, but I'm not even reading it. I'm like, looking over, this is the $20 card. I'm just tabbing out of my stuff. I can't tell, is it... Can you get this in holo? It just says... $18, lightly played. All these are damaged. Like, I think this is... Is this a gold sleeve card? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry I bumped the camera, but this is the card. It's just not in holo foil, which puts me in an interested, like, I'm not sure. First of all, I'm like in shock that we got that. Super happy to have it. Let me calm down a second. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna save 6 more of these. Alright, that is the top card. There was another one that was a weird emblem, but it's only on price charting and not on collector app. So I'm gonna save 6 more so I have more to draft, and we're gonna chase just a few more packs. That's what I got left. I'm considering putting this into the One Collection channel. And here's my thought. If I'm gonna take adventures and open up old packs that are basically... I'm moving, hold on, I gotta move like a big old stack of cards out of the way. If I'm gonna be opening packs that specifically call to me, you know, like this is Dragons of Tarkir, you know, it's old, it's a decade old, I think, but this is what's calling my name. Maybe I don't need everything to be holographic, and that will help me. Look at this dragon. Swift Warkite. Flying. When Swift Warkite enters the battlefield, you may put a creature card with a converted mana of 3 or less from your hand or graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Epic Dragon. And we gotta... Dude, I gotta look at Sarkhan. I'm, like, so excited. I'm like... It's got me all pumped up. A little flustered, I suppose. Commune with Lava. This is a pretty sick-looking card. I wish I could commune with lava. We got the Gurmag Drowner in holofoil. Let's look at this again. A Jin token. Interesting. So, 5 mana. Starts at 4. For +1, you draw a card, and then add mana to your pool. That is insane. For -2, you create a 4/4 flying dragon. That is insane. And then -8, I rarely ever get to that with my planeswalkers, but search your library for any number of dragon creature cards and put them onto the battlefield. Then shuffle your deck. Okay, well that's the... If you get to 8, it's completely over if you have a dragon deck. That's why this card is so godly, because it's literally godly. Like, it's just insane. But, you know, something I did that kind of has been bothering me, and maybe, you know what? Maybe this is time to end it. I have a sorcery card that I liked, and I had a Dragonite that was non-holographic. It was the first card I ever added to the collection. But it's not holographic, and that bothers me. So, I don't know why it bothers me, but maybe this is time to let that go. And that's what Magic is telling me right now, is to just put this Planeswalker in the one collection. It's a $20 card. It's awesome, like, in the game itself, which is what I've realized is my favorite part. Now, it's bittersweet, because the things I put in this one collection, I will never take out. We got 3 more packs. So, you know, am I gonna make a deck with this card? I'm not sure. But maybe if I decide to, I can just buy one damaged anyway. I'm not sure that I care too much about all my Magic cards being in pristine condition. If I'm playing with them, you know what I mean? I just want to use their abilities. So I think it is time to turn the page on something that's been bothering me and eliminate that bothersome feeling from my collection. Necromaster Dragon. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 2. If you do, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield, and each opponent puts the top 2 cards of his library into his graveyard. But he is a master of death. Yeah, I think we're putting it in there. I mean, it's $20, which is well within the value. So it's funny, the only holdup is that it's hollow, and to be honest, in Magic especially, I don't seem to care about that as much. Like, Magic, I'm finding, you know, my main source of inspiration is talking to my friend about Magic, and then playing with my other friend in real life. Those are the best parts. And so, neither one of those have anything to do with this card being holographic. So, you guys, if you got something out there that you're holding on to that's unnecessary, let it go, because I'm going to let go this weird OCD tendency that everything has to be hollow in this collection. And we're going to add Sarkhan the Unbroken. Sidisi, Undead Vizier. Death Touch, 4/6, 5 mana, exploit. When it enters, you may sacrifice a creature. When Sidisi, Undead Vizier, exploits a creature, you may search your library for a card, put it into your hand. This is an epic card. Epic, helpful card to have drawn to get something out. I love it. This brings us to our last pack. Let's see what kind of Magic we have in here. I'm a little nervous. Could be anything. I hope we end in a dragon. Storm Singer. Center Soul. Carsey Sadist. Sabertooth Outrider. Negate. Dreadupon. Ujutai Summon. Evolving Wilds. Twin Bolt. Naturalize. Dromoka Captain. Salt Road Ambush. Silumgar Sorcerer. Interesting look here. And we got a dragon to end it. Harbinger of the Hunt. I love it. 5/3, 5 mana, and a dragon token. Give me 1 second. Let me sleeve up Sarkhan. So we've got Sarkhan Unbroken, $20 card. Super happy to have him. Pretty epic card to build a deck with. That brings our total of the one collection up to $484.21 with Sorcery right now, having the top value in our collection over Pokemon. So I've got Sarkhan. Let me gently put all my holographics and mythic cards over to the side as I close up here. I did want to show you guys, so I had tried to make another channel and decided ultimately that the better course for me improving with my own skill and hobby was to not have a whole separate channel and instead to go slower at a slower pace. And I've painted all of these cards, and now they will be up shortly likely by the time I get this video, for sale. And so they'll be 24 bucks plus shipping, and they just help support the channel. They help me get cool stuff like this. I've had a few weeks where I've been splurging, and I can't really afford to do that all the time. But sometimes in life you gotta live a little, and I'm certainly doing that now. And I'll have to go back to kind of budgeting. I'm also getting in really good shape. So a lot of hard work on my end coming for the future. If you want to help me out and support awesome pack openings on the channel, you can buy one of the cards. They'll be linked in my Etsy below. Otherwise, we've got a pull for the set. I've got 2 dragons for my binder, and then a 3rd for my other dragon binder. So, really happy. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. I just wanted to share what I did here. So this is my personal Magic binder. This is everything that makes Magic what it is to me. My commander deck, my collection, my dragons. I took every dragon from Tarkir Dragonstorm and Dragons of Tarkir, and I've added them in the binder. Any rarity, it's just part of my journey. And then I took all the cards that went together. So I put the flavor cards in there. I've got Narsets. I had 1 card like that, but then I have cards with Sarkhan. And, some of them are from Dragonstorm, and some of them are from Dragons of Tarkir. And then you have Deathbringer Regent and Scavenger Regent. And there was a few different ones like that. So I just all stuck them in here. We have Ujutai's Breath, and then cards that are about him, his minions and things. We've got Anafenza, the Kintree Spirit, and then we've got Anafenza Unyielding Lineage, a Spirit Soldier. So these stories continue through this series. Sidisi, the Undead Vizier, and Sidisi, Regent of the Mire. Look how wicked that has become, that zombie. And then we've got Karsi Sadist and Karsi Revenant. Again, look at the beginnings and where we're at now in Tarkir Dragonstorm. So I just wanted to share because this is a really cool, just not all valuable cards, but they're valuable with the memories to me, and it's what got me into Magic. It is what Magic is to me. So remember, you're always welcome on the One Collection channel to share stuff just like this. I'll see you next time.